Alright guys, so here's a look at what is going to come in the box with your Evolution clay basket. Obviously we got your big clay basket here. These are going to be the brackets that mount the clay basket onto the cart. This is going to be your bag of bolts that actually mounts the bracket to the clay basket itself. And then these are going to be your two tap screws that are going to mount in this top hole right here that goes into the dash of the golf cart.
So first things first, you're going to want to have something to support the weight of the roof, because we're going to loosen it from the body and we don't want it to scratch anything. We have a tall jack. You might just want to use whatever you have on hand, but this is what we use. This in the middle. I got a rag around it so it doesn't scrape or scratch the roof at all. I'm just gonna raise it up so you see it not bending where it's supporting the weight of the roof. So step 2 is you're gonna take these 2 bolts that connect the frame of your roof to the frame of your cart out. They're 13mm bolts. You're just going to get these and put them to the side. And it goes through a little rubber boot, so it can be a little difficult to pull out. Raise the roof up a little bit to create a little room for us to slide the bracket underneath the roof. Then, so if you look at the width of this, it's wider than the front of the cart. So the brackets go on like this, where they point out a little bit. So you're gonna go out with this one and the same on this side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna thread that same bolt back through this and add it into the system. So once you get everything kind of lined up, you just want to put this bolt back in there through everything. Take the big piece, like the actual basket itself, and screws and nuts and bolts, and attach these brackets to the side of the basket. It already has pre-drilled holes on each side. And you might just want to cut it for a second. What you're going to want to do is try to flex this to where you can get it in there with that. There you go. So the bracket goes on the inside on each side, and you can kind of just sit it down on there and rest it while you're trying to put the bolts in. Oh. But then the bolts go through here and through the bracket. And then the back one takes a little bit of doing. There we go. And then all these nuts and bolts are in the kit. Come on the other side with a washer. In with the kit. And the nuts on the inside here. And then you're just going to tighten that up and you're almost done. Not quite. So once you've got your bolts all in and your nuts on, you're just going to need a 13mm wrench and a 13mm socket on a drill. Put it back here, tighten everything up. Included in your kit, you will have one of these self-tapping screws and a washer. And what this self-tapping screw is for is this little hole at the top of your kit. Underneath this plastic, there's actually a piece of the frame. And this is going to line up perfectly with that, and we're going to catch that to secure this a little better. You can really see all that cinch up, so you know that you're in that piece of metal. Same thing on this side. Just try to go straight down in the hole. And voila.